You need to sit down for this because what I'm about to tell you about the reunion will absolutely blow your mind. I'm still shaking, my heart's racing, and I can barely process everything that went down. You think you've seen drama before? Think again, because this reunion just redefined everything we thought we knew about reality TV. From the moment everyone walked into that studio, you could feel it in the air. You know that electric tension that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up? That feeling when you just know something explosive is about to happen? That energy was crackling through the entire room, and honey, it was about to ignite in the most spectacular way possible. Let me set the scene for you. There's Martell, strutting in like he owns the place. You know how he is, all confidence and swagger, wearing that smirk he always has when he thinks he's about to dominate another reunion. He's been playing this game for years, always manipulating situations, always coming out on top. He probably thought this would be just another day of him controlling the narrative. But oh, sweetie, was he in for the shock of his life? And then there's Kimmie, beautiful, composed Kimmie, who's always been the voice of reason, always taking the high road. She walked in looking different this time. There was something in her eyes, something that said she wasn't going to sit back and watch the show anymore. Looking back now, we should have known. All those cryptic social media posts, all those moments when she'd give Martell that look while he was running his mouth. The signs were there, darling. They were screaming at us. For months leading up to this reunion, Martell had been doing what he does best, spinning stories, playing victim, throwing anyone and everyone under the bus to make himself look better. He'd been on social media, giving interviews, always controlling the narrative. Classic Martell, right? He'd perfected this game to an art form, or so he thought. Meanwhile, Kimmie had been quiet. Too quiet, as it turns out, because while Martell was busy playing chess, Kimmie was writing the whole rule book. The producers must have sensed something big was coming because they set everything up perfectly. The seating arrangements? Pure genius. The question order? Masterfully crafted. They placed Martell right where everyone could see his face, probably thinking they were giving him the power position. But honey, that spotlight turned into an interrogation chair real quick. When it all started, it seemed like any other reunion. You know the drill, rehashing old drama, bringing up unresolved issues, the usual reality TV fare. Martell was doing his thing, talking over people, deflecting blame, making everything about him. But then something shifted. The air in the room changed, and suddenly, everyone could feel it. This wasn't going to be just another reunion, and then it happened. Kimmie, sweet, composed Kimmie, finally had enough. When she opened her mouth, the words that came out sent shockwaves through the entire studio. Enough with the games, Martell. You don't get to rewrite history. Simple words, right? But the way she said them, with such quiet confidence, such unshakable certainty, it was like watching a master performer step into the spotlight. Martell tried to laugh it off, tried to do what he always does, deflect, minimize, control, but Kimmie wasn't having it. Not this time. She had receipts, honey. Receipts. Every lie, every manipulation, every time he twisted the truth, she had documented it all. The look on his face when he realized she'd been keeping receipts? Priceless. For the first time ever, the great Martell was speechless. But wait, because what happened next? That's when television history was made. Kimmie did the unthinkable. She broke the fourth wall. In all my years of watching reality TV, I have never, and I mean never, seen anything like it. She turned to the producers, yes, the producers, and said those fateful words. Y'all really want to go there? Fine. Let's tell the real story. The entire studio went dead silent. You could have heard a pin drop from a mile away. The producers, they were scrambling. Some were frantically signaling to cut the cameras, others were frozen in shock, and a few, they were actually smiling, like they'd been waiting for someone to finally do this. The camera operators didn't know where to point their cameras, at Kimmie's fierce determination, at Martell's crumbling facade, or at the other cast members who were watching with their jaws on the floor. Social media absolutely exploded. Twitter couldn't handle it. The memes, the reactions, the theories were coming faster than anyone could keep up with. Some fans were calling Kimmie their queen. Others were worried about her future in reality TV. But everyone, and I mean everyone, agreed that they had just witnessed something revolutionary. The behind-the-scenes drama? Even juicier. My sources tell me the production room was in complete chaos. Some producers were desperately trying to protect Martell. Interesting alliance there, don't you think? While others were arguing about whether to keep rolling. Phones were ringing off the hook, executives were being called in. It was pure pandemonium. And just when everyone thought the drama had peaked, another cast member jumped into the fray. I won't name names yet, but let's just say they came with their own set of receipts. And baby, those receipts were scalding hot. They started spilling tea that no one saw coming. Secret alliances, behind-the-scenes deals, everything. The room temperature must have risen 10 degrees from all the tea being spilled. The alliances that formed and crumbled in that room, mind-blowing. People who'd been riding with Martell for years suddenly couldn't distance themselves fast enough. Cast members who'd always stayed quiet were finding their voices. It was like watching a kingdom fall in real time, and nobody wanted to go down with the king. Now let's talk about Martell's attempted comeback, because you know he had to try something. He's not the type to go down without fighting, but honey, every time he opened his mouth, someone shut him down with more truth. He tried to play the victim, didn't work. He tried to shift blame, backfired spectacularly. He even tried to storm off set, but the energy in the room was so intense that he couldn't even make a dramatic exit properly. The network executives? They're in full panic mode. Why? Because what Kimmie exposed wasn't just about Martell, it was about the whole system. The favoritism, the edited storylines, the manufactured drama, everything. They're worried this could change how reality TV works forever. And honestly, maybe it's about time someone pulled back the curtain. But the real gag, the drama didn't stop when the cameras stopped rolling. The cast split into factions faster than you can say team loyalty. But unlike before, when people would hesitate to go against Martell, this time the majority stood with Kimmie. The power shift wasn't just real, it was seismic. Someone eventually did walk off set, and trust me, that moment was electric. The whole dynamic shifted again, alliances were tested, and the drama, it just kept escalating. The producers were running around like headless chickens, trying to control a situation that had long since spiraled beyond anyone's control. The fallout has been absolutely massive. Relationships that seemed unbreakable, shattered, friendships that no one saw coming, formed in the heat of battle. The entire power structure of the show got flipped upside down in a matter of hours. Some cast members left that reunion not speaking to people they'd been close to for years, while others found unlikely allies in the chaos. The whispers around Hollywood are getting louder by the minute. Other reality stars are watching closely, wondering if they should follow Kimmie's lead. Could this be the beginning of a new era in reality TV? An era where the fourth wall doesn't just get broken, it gets obliterated? Some insiders are saying this might be the end of an era, and honestly, they might be right. Martell's reign is definitely over. That's not even a question anymore. But it's bigger than that. The way Kimmie exposed everything, the manipulation, the edited storylines, the behind-the-scenes deals, it's like she pulled back the curtain on the whole reality TV industry. And can we talk about the cast members' reactions? Some were living for the drama, others were visibly uncomfortable. But all of them knew they were witnessing history in the making. The side conversations, the whispered comments, the shocked expressions, every single moment was pure gold. The energy in that room shifted so many times it was like emotional whiplash. 1 minute, someone would be defending Martell. The next, they'd be exposing him. Alliances formed and crumbled in seconds. It was like watching a season's worth of drama condensed into a few explosive hours. The best part, this isn't even the end. The aftermath of this reunion is still unfolding. Social media is buzzing with theories. Cast members are dropping hints about what didn't make it to air, and the fans, they're demanding answers to questions we didn't even know we had. Will certain cast members return next season? Can the show even continue with the same format after everything that was exposed? And most importantly, what other secrets are still waiting to come out? Because honey, if there's one thing this reunion taught us, it's that in reality TV, the truth always finds its way to the light. This wasn't just another reality TV moment. This was a revolution. The day Kimmie decided to speak her truth, the day Martell's reign came to an end, the day someone finally had the courage to expose what really happens behind those carefully edited scenes, it changed everything. The reunions will never be the same after this. Kimmie didn't just change the game, she rewrote the entire rule book. She showed everyone that sometimes the real drama isn't in what we're shown, but in what we're not supposed to see. And darling, that truth, it was absolutely glorious. One thing's for certain, nothing will ever be the same after this reunion. The crown has fallen, the empire has crumbled, and the truth finally got its moment in the spotlight. And just between us, this might just be the beginning of an entirely new chapter in reality TV history. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and something tells me the next chapter is going to be even more explosive.